Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I'm going to make my low-carb barbecue sauce. This is amazing, and you can make it a little bit your own by adding extra spiciness or however you want to, or a little bit more sweet, or even a little bit more thick. So I'm going to tell you those secrets. I already stewed 2 Roma tomatoes for about 10-ish minutes until and I put them with 2 tablespoons of water to help stew them until the water was gone. So now I've got this ready to blend. We're gonna make it puree, and then we're gonna cook it again with some extra ingredients, and then it's gonna be done and ready to be used. We've got it. So tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. You're gonna want to make this sauce. It is so good. The ingredients are super simple. And you can make like double or triple of it and keep it. Because it's fresh, it's not gonna keep for a really long time, so it just depends on how much you think you'll use. And we're going to put it back over here into our pan. Oh, we've got a photo bomber. So we're gonna get all of it out, as much as I can get out. And then, it actually came out really well. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. You can use apple cider vinegar or white vinegar, whichever you prefer. I'm gonna use white wine vinegar. And then I'm going to add 2 sweeteners. So I'm going to add allulose brown, which is swerved now, which has erythritol in it too, 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of white, which is allulose monk fruit blend from Impact. These are so great, and the brown really helps give it that kind of like honeyness, kind of like a molasses-y taste. So I'm gonna mix this first before I add my spices. And I need to turn my stove back on. And then all we're gonna do now is, there's spices, and then there's the ways that you can make it a little bit thicker. So we wanna just let this cook a little bit so that it can combine these flavors. And I'm pushing out, I know you can't see. This is a really big pot too. So you can see there's seeds in there because these are the real deal. These are the real tomatoes. All right. Not seedless anything. Now we're gonna add our spices. So we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna add to my portion and to my husband's portion a lot of cayenne pepper. We had this for Zariah's birthday, and it was so good. And my dad and my husband and I loved it with the cayenne pepper. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Tonight we're having meatballs, and so I decided I wanted to make this sauce for anyone who decides they want it. A 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. A 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt, and then 1 more spice, 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt, and then 2 more potential ingredients, up to you, they're optional. And then 1 whole teaspoon of paprika, which I'm curious if I will have. I'm hoping. I think I'm gonna be short, but, oh, I have it. How exciting. All right, I actually have a little bit extra. I'm gonna leave that. And then we're going to mix it and let it cook together. What would you use this on? You could like air fry chicken wings. You could put it on chicken breast. You could put it in a sandwich. You could put it in a wrap. You could dip your meatballs in it. You could dip steak in it. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Tell me how you like to use barbecue sauce. Little chicken tender, like strips. So many different options. Okay, now these are all in here. I'm just gonna let them cook together. There's 2 potential options that you can add, and I wanna know what you would add if you would add any of them. And tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. Tell me what you would add or what you would eat this on. And remember what's happening today. If you didn't see my live from a little bit ago, this is launching today. Okay, if you want information on that, the call tonight is gonna be historic. It's going to be historic and educational. Okay, now this is, the 2 things you can add. You could add a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, which will make it a little bit thicker. It ends up being not terribly thin, but it is a little bit thin. Once it cools down, it gets a little bit thicker. And then, that's optional. You can also add 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, and that will also make it a little bit more creamy and a little bit thicker too. So those are the 2 additions. Tell me which or both or neither you would add. I would love to know. So what would you eat it with, and what would you add if any of the optional adds? And then to taste, you can add, if you want it more sweet than what it is, just add more of the allulose monk fruit or more of the brown swerve, which is allulose and erythritol. And that's it. It's done. It's done. So really, I'm gonna let it cook for maybe like 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna let it cool, and it's ready to use. And I'm going to add cayenne pepper to mine and to my husband's if he wants it too. Well, I know he will want it. So have a wonderful night. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world.